Hi there. Thank you so much for your interest in the Practicing Regeneration Workshop series. I want to take a few minutes to talk about why this program is so important and why it's likely to be valuable and relevant for you. If you are like most people I talk to, then you're probably trying to figure out how to collaborate better, how to manage your projects more effectively. You're probably noticing how change keeps getting faster and complexity keeps getting more complex. And maybe you're also wishing you could figure out how to be a bigger part of the solution to the massive social and environmental challenges we face. But for all of these, it's really hard to figure out what to do. So this program offers a pathway to more effective work, to better collaboration, more innovation, more engagement, more meaning, and more contribution to the things that really matter. We necessarily start out at the big picture level, and then we find our way very quickly to what it means for you. And that big picture level is the recognition that humanity is trying to shift away from a mechanistic, reductionist worldview. This is the story that we all grew up with that tells us that our organizations, our communities, our economies, our projects, all of it operates like machines that can be managed and predicted and controlled. And it's been a very useful, convenient story. We've made a lot of progress within that narrative, but we're also coming to understand the catastrophic limits to that story. Every major problem we face in the world can be traced back to the limitations of that worldview. And I would bet that all of the limitations that you face in your work as well can be traced back to that story. So in response, we see emerging in every sector, every part of the world, a story that tells us that our organizations, our communities, our economies are not machines, they are living systems, they are ecologies. And with that story, we see that our role and our opportunity is to cultivate the conditions for life to thrive at every level, for us as individuals, for our projects, for our organizations as dynamic living systems, for customers, for communities, for the biosphere. So this is our most important role and our most exciting opportunity. And this is where the concept of regeneration comes in. Only something alive is capable of regeneration. Only living systems, like our organizations, like our projects. And so our most important work is to cultivate the generative and regenerative capacity of the systems we're stewarding. It's kind of like tending the soil so that the plants can grow, so that they can thrive and flourish, and the whole ecosystem that is the garden can thrive as well. And it takes less effort, less energy, more creativity, better collaboration, and more alignment with what the world actually needs from you. So the dominant mechanistic story doesn't lead us to this understanding, doesn't lead us to this kind of a holistic, comprehensive, and more effective approach, but a living systems worldview does. So with the Practicing Regeneration Workshop series, we're offering a guided tour to this emerging worldview and what it means for you and your work. The course introduces you to everything you need to know to work more effectively with a better understanding of what you're working with in your projects, in your organizations, in your community. Natalia and I, and the conversation we'll all have together will help you understand this high-level shift and what it means for you in your context. We'll offer you perspectives and practices for that role of stewardship, cultivating the fertile conditions for thrivability at every level. We'll offer you new methods for navigating complexity and collaboration more effectively. This is new methods of decision making and information sharing and new ways to think about these things. We'll help you identify the bigger, bolder questions you need to be asking, the bigger and bolder conversations you need to be having if you're going to contribute in the ways the world needs you to. And in the ways that I imagine that your heart may yearn to contribute. So we'll help you find the courage to move towards new action and in ways that continue to support the generative and regenerative capacity of the system you're stewarding. So ever more is possible. And the reward is that this new story and all the approaches associated with it make your work more effective, more resilient, more creative, more innovative. So if you are looking up and you're seeing the polycrisis and you're seeing the exciting rise of the regenerative movement, then this program is a way for you to learn how to respond to those things with wisdom and compassion and effective action. And if you've got your head down and you're just focused on your own work, this program offers you more effective ways to do that work. And looking up is part of how you do that. So in my view, this is not a nice to have, this is a need to have. Whether you learn these things with us or in some other way, this is the work of our time. So please reach out if you have questions, and then join us. Thank you.